Yo, what's happening, everybody? I just wanted to first of all tell you that I'm really stoked because that video vegan vs Christian has got like, I think it's got like, I don't know, nearly 700,000 views or something in less than a week. And that's amazing that, that's like so many people who've got this vegan message. And I've got like 1,000, probably more, inbox messages from people and like thousands and thousands of comments and discussion about it. So it's so amazing because I never even thought that that was a very anything video. I actually didn't think it was a very good video at all because, I usually handle that discussion a lot better, which is why I made a video about it. And that ended up being like a really popular video. So maybe because it was a little bit heated and whatever, I don't know. Anyway, amazing. I'm so happy about that, and I'm so glad I put it up on social media. And this is the point I want to make. Whatever you're doing, whatever your thoughts are, if you've got something to say, if you've got thoughts about what's happening with the animals, or you go somewhere, you have a conversation, or whatever, put it out there, man. Put your thoughts on social media, and even if you have 200 people on your Facebook, that's 200 people. That's a lot of people, and you never know, one of those thoughts, one of those videos might get shared and reach 1 million people. Like, I never thought this one would. So this is like the best tool we've got, and you just gotta make the most of it. You gotta use it while it is the way it is. Who knows what's gonna happen in the future? We can create such significant change by putting a quick thought on there, a quick video, and I'm just super stoked that we have this opportunity to do that. But we have to utilize it. And that's what a lot of people, I think, don't do. A lot of people are afraid to put their thoughts out there like that. And I got a solution to that. It wasn't easy for me when I first started talking about veganism and animal rights. I remember being quite afraid of doing it, actually, because I cared what people thought a lot. And I didn't want people to, I didn't feel confident to talk about it. I didn't know everything about it. I still don't know everything about it, but I wasn't very educated about it. And there's a lot of fear putting it out there, thinking that maybe, I might offend people or whatever. And actually a really interesting thing happened. The first time I put out my first ever, I think it was a quote. And I think it was that quote, you may or may not have read it, and I'll put it up. The magic of editing videos. I'll put it up there. Before I put it up there, I thought about this guy that I went to high school with that I always wanted his approval. I always liked this guy. He was like someone I kind of looked up to in a way. And I always wanted this dude's approval. I hadn't spoke to him in years. And then before I put it up, I thought about him, which was weird because I hadn't spoke to him in years. I thought, I wonder what he would think about this. Anyway, whatever, I'm posting it. And who was one of the first people to like it, to like the post? This dude, who hadn't liked any of my posts ever, really. And I think, my belief of what happened is that he didn't care about what I'd written. He didn't care about the quote necessarily, but I think he probably liked it because he liked that I was being real. He liked that I was putting something out there, knowing the kind of person I was who did care about other people's opinion. And he liked probably that I had just let that go and put something out there because I felt it was meaningful, and I wanted to say it knowing that not everyone was going to like it. I think that's why he liked it. It was an interesting lesson for me. And I think a lot of people could do with having this type of courage where we have our thoughts and we've got something to say and we make a video, and often we're too afraid to put it up because of people's reaction to it. They'll reject what we said, they'll abuse us for what we said. It's the internet, it happens all the time. We'll ruffle people's feathers, and a lot of people don't like that confrontation. The way to get past that, in my experience, the way to stop caring about what other people think you have got to get to a point where your perspective has become about contributing to making this world a better place. The thing that you're doing has to matter more to you than other people's opinions. So you have to believe that by you posting something controversial or something that might get you ridiculed or whatever, you've got to believe, you've got to know that what you are doing far outweighs any ridicule or any anger or abuse that you're going to cop from anybody else. You got to believe that, you got to know that, you got to remember that when you post things. And so that's what I remind myself. Well, it's kind of just automatic now, but that's what I reminded myself for a long time. Before I post something, if I felt that kind of anxiety about it, I'd think about why I was posting it. You know, I still do that before my speeches. I think, why am I doing this speech? Why am I getting up here today in front of all these people, most who disagree with me? Why am I going to put myself on the line like that? And when I think about the animals, and when I think about the cause and what they're going through, it makes it so much easier to put it out there. I just do it then. I'm like, yep, 100%. How was I even doubting this a second ago? You know, it brings that courage, because it is more important. These things are more important by far than people's opinions, or that we might lose, you know, get people offside or whatever. That is far less important than spreading the truth and standing up for what's right and helping others. That is what's really important. So if you can keep that perspective with you and remember that before you're going to post things, it doesn't mean you have to be aggressive and deliberately get people offside. Don't do that. Obviously, if you watch my stuff, you know that is definitely not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that no matter what you say, no matter how you say it, there's going to be people that are offended. And you got to get to a point where you know that, of course it's going to happen, you expect it, because it's probably going to happen, but you're going to do it anyway. You're going to step out of your comfort zone to somewhere where you may not have been before, because it's the right thing to do, and because your thoughts can create a meaningful change in other people. You know, that is what this does. That is what sharing online does. It plants seeds in people's minds. It gives people another idea. It gives people a different perspective on life and how to look at animals and how to look at things and all this kind of stuff. It changes people and it can be in a really positive way. So we have to share it. And you never know what one of your things might do. You might have a thought that reaches 10 people. One of those people with that thought might change and reach 1,000 people. And one of those 1,000 might reach 1,000,000. You might do a little video like I did and it reached nearly 1,000,000 people in less than a week. You never know. Put it out there. Keep trying every day. Some of them you're going to put out and it's not going to be very good. Who cares? Back at it. Keep going. And, you know, and just try your best. Try your best to contribute. So thank you to everyone for contributing. Thank you to everyone for putting your thoughts out there, for being courageous, for taking those leaps of faith, for, you know, just copping all that criticism from people and continue moving forward. There's a really good Gandhi quote. He says, if they swear at you, don't swear back. If they hit you, don't hit back. Even if they shoot at you, don't shoot back. Just keep moving forward. And that would be my advice as well. It doesn't matter all that stuff that comes towards you. Don't go down to that level. Just keep going. And, you know, that's how we'll get there.